Hello there, you marvelous monster misfits. Yeah, I can't talk like that. What's up, everybody? This is Adam, and I wanted to welcome you to the very first episode of The Circus Hand. I can't wait, man, because we are going to be conjuring up all sorts of weird and curious creations that can make the circus look a little bit like a snooze fest, if you know what I mean. Hey, so in this episode, we'll be building a creepy and I guess supposedly cursed mummified hand, and we're gonna start building some creepy stuff right now. All right, everybody, let's just dive right in. Okay, we're gonna start off with wiring. So what you're gonna need is some sticks that you've cut up into small pieces that kind of mimic the size of bones in a person's hands. If you're wondering what that is, you can either look it up on the internet or you can measure your own fingers, whichever comes easiest to you, it doesn't matter. The second thing you're gonna need is some wire. What I like is the 18 gauge 10-pound aluminum wire. It's a little softer, a little easier to work with, doesn't shred your hands like the other wire could. And then of course, some wire cutters. All right, just cut up some pieces of wire, get them ready, and you're basically just gonna take those sticks that you've prepped and you're gonna attach them with the wire that you've cut, one piece at a time, by wrapping it around one of the pieces of wood and then wrapping the other end of the wire around the other piece of the wood. This is where it's nice to just have video so you don't have to hear me say stupid things like I just did. You get the idea. This is a piece of wood I found that's basically the size and shape I needed to kind of mimic the palm bones. And then what I did was I drilled holes into it where I could put the wire through, as you see here, to help attach it to the palm. Pretty simple. That's what we like. I like it to be simple. There you go, wiring is done. Moving on, second stage, taping. Just masking tape is all you need for this part. The masking tape is basically gonna kind of reinforce the wire that you've already done. As you can see, just start taping those suckers up. Really no wrong way of doing it. It's the way I like it. They're starting to look good. Starting to kind of look like little knuckles, bony fingers. We like that. Step 3, paper mache, baby. Okay, you're gonna want some cheap paper napkins, small bucket of water, and a mixture of Elmer's glue and water 3-to-1. You're gonna tear those napkins up into pieces as you see here, but most importantly, as you're dipping it in the glue, definitely wring as much of that out as possible. Once you've done that, man, it's pretty simple. Just start slapping it on all over the place. Just have fun with it. put on the second layer of paper mache. Get those hands wet and dive in. All right, step 4, painting. We want some paint brushes, we want some foam brushes, we want a rag, we want some paint, specifically the colors red, blue, yellow, black, and tan, a plate to put your paint on, and a bowl for some water. All right, start mixing that paint together. Do not use too much red. Red goes a long way, so just use a little bit. Just a little bit of red. The tan and yellow is your base color, so that is just kind of like a color that's a muted yellow. And the idea here is you want to start with your light colors first and work your way out to your dark colors. Get it into all the nooks and crannies and crevices of the wrinkles that you've created. That's why I like foam brushes, because they do a good job at that. Then you take your rag and you start wiping it off. Depending on how hot your environment is will tell you how quickly that will dry, but make sure you get it while it's still wet when you're wiping it off. Then move to the darker brown with your sponge brush again, just doing it like you did before. Into all the little nooks and crannies. Take your rag, wipe it off. If you found that there's some areas that are not covered in paint, make sure you just go back with like a brush and hit it up. Then I made a little darker brown with some black and that brown that we created earlier, because I want some of the knuckle areas and other parts of the hand that would kind of probably be more worn out to look a little darker. Lightly wipe that off with your rag. Don't wipe it too hard. You want to kind of keep some of it on there. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our very first circus hand post. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button so that you can get all the notifications and not miss out on any of our upcoming monster builds. We've got some amazing builds coming your way, so buckle up, baby. Also, don't forget to share your thoughts or any questions you might have down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to hit you back. And remember, the circus never stops, man. We'll see you in the next thrilling episode of The Circus Hand.